user who makes Mike Francesa clips. There is one name on social media who is a must-follow for Mike Francesa fans all over the country to hear the latest rants, irritated responses to weird calls, hilarious takes and contradictory statements from the Funhouse. It's Funhouse. And he or she is also one of the bigger mysteries on the internet. Just why would someone carve out that much time and energy to record and post Francesa in recent years? With just a week left until Francesa leaves the station he's called home for nearly 30 years, For the Win needed answers. We interviewed Funhouse, who would not divulge any personal information, via email, and we got a few. Here's our Q&A, which has been condensed and edited. I started listening frequently in the 1990s. I had never heard anything like this on the radio, with the two hosts not being shy about literally screaming at each other. I think my favorite segment was when the NFL schedule came out, and they would go through the schedules for the Jets and Giants while letting us know how they'll fare in every game as if it was gospel. Win, 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 loss, loss, win, loss, win. And, of course, Mike and the Mark was for the Super Bowl trivia contest. I've only been recording Mike's show since 2012 or so. At first, I put the clips on YouTube on an account which has since been suspended by CBS's former parent company, for copyright infringement. I then posted everything on Twitter. I figured it was a more effective way to share Mike's funny clips. As far as why I shared it for free, there was never any thought otherwise. It's not my content to sell. Not something I can monetize. Anyway, recording his show and cutting up clips is a labor of love. I'm happy that so many people get enjoyment from it. Every single day, multiple people thank me for doing what I do, and that means a lot to me. I would have recorded his show sooner, but my work schedule would not permit it. I work primarily from home now, so that helps a lot. The guys like Atordio Mongo on Twitter and Sports Pope on YouTube were doing this long before me, and they posted some amazing content. If I'm home during the show, I'm recording and I can post clips almost instantly. If I'm not home, I have to record one giant block of the program and then listen back to the show in fast-forward mode and post anything noteworthy. I don't. This hobby has become an unpaid, full-time job. On the days Mike is on the air, there are not enough hours in the day to do everything else that I have to get done. But the people expect clips of Mike from me, so I do my best to keep them coming. Again, their gratitude makes it all worth it. Man, that's some question. How many hours do you have? I can only speak for myself, but I'll give it a shot. When something huge happens in the sports world, the next day at 1 p.m. can't come fast enough. I want to hear Mike scream about it, or hear his unique take on it. Also, he gives zero craps. He's going to tell you exactly what he thinks, always, and if you don't like it, too bad. I think another big factor is that many of us grew up listening to him, and it's simply a habit at this point. But you're not number one for 30 years without doing something right. He never referenced my Twitter handle or anything like that. But he once described me as the guy who follows me for every breath I take. I took that as a compliment, and I know he was referring to me because it was the day after I posted his controversial comments about women not having the essentials to coach men's sports. No, I have never met Mike. I think I have only called the show twice in my life, and both times were long ago. It's easier than you might think. I have a folder where I keep all the clips of his predictions, arranged by sport. So if he says something like the Giants would never fire Ben McAdoo during the season, which he in fact did say, then I can find it within seconds. As for the times when he tells a caller that he definitely never said something that he definitely did say, that can be a little more time-consuming to find. The before portion of the clip likely would not have been something I saved, so I have to backtrack to find it within one of the full show recordings. I can usually narrow it down to a 3-day time frame just from memory, but other times it takes forever to locate. But it's usually worth it. The first thing I'm going to do is sleep. A lot. I have no plans to record another show on a daily basis, but being at home during the day permits me to watch many shows on TV and listen to whatever interests me on the radio. If there's anything worth posting, I'll post it. But mainly I'll be killing time until Mike's next media gig, which I will positively be on board with. I'll still cut up clips of his new show, whatever it is, and I'll post the best clips just like I do now. My one hope is that it's not a podcast with no listener participation. In my opinion, the lifeblood of Mike's Fun Show is his interaction with the callers. Without that, I think the product will suffer greatly. All we know right now is he has a 90-day non-compete clause in his contract, effective January 1st. So he isn't even allowed to announce what his next stop will be until April 1st. Hopefully it's a quick turnaround after that. Mike will miss talking to us even more than we'll miss listening to him. Apparently we have been pronouncing Bill Belichick's name wrong this whole time. Watch a poker pro flip out on his opponent for breaking etiquette after Tens hand a look inside LeBron James' new jaw-dropping $23 million California mention. John Cena made Jimmy Fallon crack up with hysterical Mad Libs answers. Did Sean Payton aim a choking sign at Devonta Freeman?